I'll light an incense in honor of the awakening of Kundalini on a global scale. I talk about Kundalini often because it's the evolutionary energy in mankind that will bridge his consciousness with the truth. Not only his consciousness, but his biology, his or her, humankind. So we're going to light this one in honor of the awakening of Kundalini and also the healing of the biosphere. The liberation of animals that are being murdered via genocide. If you focus on an image of a better world in your mind, you start using a form of mental magic to align the consciousness with that becoming true. The mind is very powerful, ladies and gentlemen. We need to use it more often. We need to use our mental creativity, our visionary skills. So, if you're interested, maybe you could go light a candle in honor of a better world, or light an incense with me, or maybe say a silent prayer. Regardless of your religion or whatever you believe, tap into that power and envision a greater world. Because this is a joke out here, ladies and gentlemen. Things exist out here like this because they need to be improved. This is not the type of work that you'd see on the resume of a supreme being. No. We live in a hellish realm where people are suffering, animals are suffering, the biosphere is suffering, the trees, the ecosystem, you name it. So, I'm not going to sit around and just waste my time not trying to help the greater totality of the collective entity of humankind. Mm-mm. The ego wants you to think that life is all about you and your pleasure and your comfort. We're never really going to be able to cross the river until we all work together. I like to think of it that way. So, but I like to light incense while I say little prayers and stuff to the higher energies and you name it out here. So I'm not trying to get too new agey on you people, but let's just position this incense right here in the ashtray and let it burn while we make this video. But again, the ego is a very dangerous thing, ladies and gentlemen. The ego, to a large extent, is actually the compass, the way that we navigate through this material matrix, the land of the illusion, the land of the Maya. The ego, the subconscious mind, knows that we live in a absolutely insane, hellish realm. But the ego is like the comfort system. It's the survival system that actually kind of dummies down your awareness and kind of blinds you from the truth so that you feel comfortable living in this crazy world. So the dissolution, the dissolving of the ego is going to be a huge and very important factor for humankind's ability to actually progress past the stage that we're currently in. So, I see so much hate out here. I see so much miscommunication out here. I see so much confusion out here in the material realm. But it exists in the mind, essentially. Even though this is what appears to be a material world, it's a mental world. And I like the idea that if people want to see change in the world, don't you think, let's put it this way, if you wanted to see change in the world and you hadn't applied the changes that you want to see in the world to yourself, wouldn't it make sense to first apply those principles to yourself and modulate and augment your lifestyle so that you can kind of resonate and be a reflection of what it is you want to see in life, in the material world? So, having morals, having good quality, how would I say it? Having integrity. Integrity, to a large extent, is when you do the right thing when no one's watching. It's very easy to do the wrong thing when no one's watching. So having integrity, having morals, having good quality standards. What happened out here where we lost these things? I am not saying that people don't have morals and whatnot, but I mean, come on. This is getting ridiculous out here, ladies and gentlemen. This is getting ridiculous. They've taken this beautiful gem of a dimension and turned it into this concrete jungle, which is saturated with electromagnetic pollution.